Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Salem by Night Chronicle. I am the Ravenous Archon. My name is Will, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. And last we left off with our Anarchs, we opened up with August and Colleen sitting at the kitchen table, smelling their coffee as Melvin came down to witness the scene. August explained that they exchanged vitae with each other, kind of in a similar situation that the three of them went through. But he didn't feel anything off of her. Whereas later on, we find out that Colleen has now the ability to see ghosts. But there was a little bit of an explanation about the thin blood situation with August, as he is really new to the situation. And the only thing that he had to compare it to was the vampire that he diablerized earlier, and how he felt stronger after coming to Portland and how things have started to change for him. Shepard shared the information that they got from the ride through Gresham, mentioned that there's a nightclub called the Chinese Happiness, and that his boys felt uneasy and unwelcome through their initial ride through. But they picked their weapons from the small cache that was brought for them by Miss Hunter. And then they took off for Melvin's meeting with his granddaughter. They arrived at Riverside to see that it was a pretty busy, that there's a 3-story club called Level that has a view of the river. And we got to see a little bit of Andreas not having anything to say during the conversation between Melvin and Leanne. And given the chance to jet out of that scene, he took it for all that it was worth. And then there was a little family reunion as 3 generations of Wrights kind of sat at the same table. And they got to talking a bit while Leanne was chewing Melvin's behind about the inactivity. We got to see Erickson and Colleen have a chat inside the car about her growing powers, about the situation, and how she has a taste for vitae instead of regular human blood. But inside the diner, as Andreas and Colleen switched places, she was reintroduced to her daughter. Melvin could see that Leanne was cut from the same cloth as him, as she was just trying to keep it all business and sheriff like. And outside, Erickson and Andreas had a nice little chat about exchanging informations as to what they learned from their respective situations. And that's when they heard a motorcycle pull up. They saw Shepard roll up and bring with him some good and bad news. The good news is that his boys, Batman and Slingshot, were treated really well, and that all unease has at least disappeared currently. But the bad news is that August initiated a situation that got the other 2 boys thrown into the hospital. One of them has lacerations across his face, the other has broken ribs and internal bleeding. And August, as they went to talk to him, divulged that the manager was a small Chinese man about up to his chin, so maybe at best 5'3", 5'4". And to quote August, he literally slapped one of the boys and then punched the other, and then did some Wu-Tang Temple of the 36 Spirits hand gestures up and down his chest, and then made it so that he couldn't heal anymore. Andreas and Erickson decided to take it upon themselves to meet back up with Melvin and his family at the safe house so that they can discuss going into Gresham to see the situation for themselves. And this is where we'll pick up with the boys. Hello again. It's good to see your faces.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hola.
Yeah. So we open up. It is almost 1:30 in the morning. You are all at the safe house. How do you want to proceed with the evening?
This is day after.
Same day.
Same day.
Same day.
Okay.
Same
Same-
night.
Same night. I was gonna say. I mean, are we gonna go?
Well, I would obviously, Andreas and myself would provide the information of what we found out from Augustine.
Mhm.
Forgive me, August, and we, so that he's up to speed, so that then
Okay.
we can start heading over to Gresham.
Well, the question becomes: is Gresham something that Melvin wants to go investigate?
Yeah, I want my boon.
Oh,
Okay.
I want my boon. That's
Nosferatu
yes.
mercenary motivation. Say it ain't so.
I love how Will was like, "Are you sure you want?" Yes, I want to go. There's no.
Hold on, I have to think about this. I'm not sure. I'm not. Maybe, definitely.
Okay.
No passenger side brake in this car.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you guys want to go into Gresham? Taking the motorcycles, taking the car,
Shooting it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Fire. We're out. Ray, we're on a wild day today. Night today, man.
Well, we if I don't know if any of Melvin's family members are coming, but I'm gonna stay on my bike.
No, they're gonna stay. I'm gonna let them catch up at the house.
Okay, good. I like that idea.
Hopefully,
Okay.
I don't want to have to be worried about. Yeah. Hopefully, she doesn't murder her.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Well.
Yeah.
Can you keep somebody with them?
I know. He's like, wait. Maybe we should keep somebody there.
Because the person I would have stay with them is badly beaten up in the hospital.
August isn't in the hospital. He's just.
Oh, I thought he was. Oh, okay.
No, he can't go to the hospital.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's at the trailer, hurt and beaten to shit.
Does he want to stay in a room? I'll give him my room if he wants.
I mean, you also have Shepard.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna go away. Like,
Yeah.
was like,
just somebody. Just
cool.
Hey.
Cool.
If he looks hungry.
Shepard knows. Well, yeah, no. Shepard may actually be strong enough to keep them apart anyway. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My granddaughter would shoot her though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's aware of this.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah.
So one motorcycle, one car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to keep it kind of low key.
Okay.
Low key would be one car, but
That's why
fine.
I'm wearing a
one
hoodie.
motorcycle, one car.
Well, if he wants to be on his bike, let him be on his bike.
Right.
Also, you never know. I may have to do something stupid. And I don't want to put you guys at risk.
I'm part of the Anarchs. That's already.
That's already stupid.
That's already.
It's not
welcome.
It's not a curse of your blood. You're just butt ugly.
Yeah.
Like I have the Ricky Bobby problem. Like I gotta go fast, and it might be blood induced.
So, you guys take off, and you arrive at Gresham, and you immediately see that there is a shift. There are more additional looking things like the paper lanterns that you heard about. There are much more celebrations, and it's not for like Thanksgiving or anything. It's definitely they're gearing up for the new year once the actual American New Year passes. Excuse me. But yeah, you see that there are, the second that the motorcycle starts coming through, you can see that people take notice. You're the only motorcycle on the streets.
Yeah.
Out here.
Andres, are you driving or am I driving? I mean, Erickson, are you driving or am I driving?
Oh, I drive. I usually
so
like
I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be looking around. Will like see covering because I'm assuming that Andres is in front of us. So I'm gonna keep an eye out to see if I see anybody that maybe pays particular attention to him.
See who reacts to me, or when I end up parking, I'm gonna do it not in the main thoroughfare. It's a little off the beaten path, but see if anybody's following me with their eyes more than just oh cool, a biker.
Right.
Yep. All right. If I could have you guys make a wits and awareness roll.
Oh, first roll of the night.
All three of us, or just these
number one, right?
Just those two.
Okay.
So I am rolling
Wits and awareness.
Yeah.
I'm rolling 6 dice for that.
Remember your hunger.
Yep.
You guys should be at 1 though.
hmm That's what my sheet says.
Okay. 6 on my hunger die. A 9, 2, 3, 2, and a 7. So 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 on my hunger.
Not too nice.
Then 9, 10, 6, and 8.
Okay.
I'm like eyeball.
Yeah.
He's not even looking forward, and he's not hitting anything.
Yeah.
I see everything.
I create another rear view mirror with my chemistry, so you really can't fucking sneak up on me.
You cannot. So, yeah, Melvin sees that there are people that are just starting to come out and keep an eye on the situation.
Okay.
There's a kind of similar uniform that you're starting to notice. There is the dress shirt, the kind of button up with the sleeves rolled up, and just the top 3 or 4 buttons undone, with a undershirt visible underneath. It's very much like you're either on the set of a new Bruce Lee movie or the set of the sequel to Not in the Heights. What was the other one? With the Jets and the Sharks.
West Side Story.
West Side Story. But you notice that there's no real visible ink on people.
Okay.
And everyone that is of like in their 30s or older immediately starts to walk in a different direction than where you're coming from.
Okay, so these people are expecting some sort of reaction to us, and they're like, "I don't want to be caught in this shit."
Mm-hmm.
Will also just FYI, I left Betty D at the house since she calms my daughter Colleen.
Okay.
So, man, I don't know what I'm going to be facing here. So I was like,
sure,
you stay home.
Yeah. Either way, she's going to get vitaed. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So, circling around the area, is there are there any off the main path places to park?
Oh yeah, there's tons of little alleys, and unlike other cities, the alleys here in Gresham are well lit. There's little kind of paper lanterns every 6 or 10 feet. They've taken great pains to make sure that there are no dark corners.
Mm-hmm.
Very kind of them. So I'll leave my bike somewhere relatively inconspicuous and not bothering anybody. But
is there an alleyway that would be across from the casino, or from that can be that we can see from eye shot if we were in front of the doors to the entrance?
No, the buildings have all been constructed close enough to each other that there's no real alleys. There's little walkways where you could walk through, where you can see that they might lead to an off little open area where the trash is collected and whatnot. But as far as like an alley for a car, there isn't one for at least 2 or 3 blocks.
So these buildings are really close together. So theoretically, if someone were to light a fire, it would spread very quickly, right?
Correct.
Man.
Correct.
I was like, how many firecrackers do they have for the new year? That's what was in my head. How much is being stored in this place?
But at the same time, they must know how to put them out quickly if you're playing with that kind of shit.
Yeah, I was more thinking on the lines of how much it would take to jump from building to building if we needed to. Because I have a feeling that also may happen.
That is very true. But also, I've been enjoying the relative quiet of this place comparative to Salem, so I don't want to just like, it's like you went to that town and suddenly there's a giant fire over there too.
Yeah, but then again, also remember we're not only coming here for information, but one of the people that we care about got messed up. So
It's true.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just park the car across the street in view of like not on the actual sidewalk where it's closest, like just across the way, just so that it can still be visible, but it's not.
I point out to Erickson all those people. I go, look, they dress like you with the the sleeves rolled up and the like. It seems a pattern here.
He goes,
Bloody
no,
vending
hold
machine.
up. Wait, no, but you say that, but I'm like, well, that's good to know, actually.
Yeah. Also, can you
Alright.
watch the road instead of looking at me?
No, we already parked at this point. We already parked at this point. At this point, we already parked. If not,
Safety first, sir. Safety first.
As you approach the gambling hall, you can see that there are 3 kind of not tabards or banners, but like long flags that are kind of banner-like. But they're not. They don't come down to a point like a banner would. They just kind of come down to a very tattered and frayed edge. But the consensus on all 3 banners is serpents. One of them has one snake coiled around what looks to be a mound of rice or beans. One has a cobra poised to strike, and the third has another snake kind of wrapped around a human silhouette.
Any of those match? I would imagine the Orpheus Theater would have something close to that too if they had it. They had a banner like that. Would we have remembered something like that?
The Orpheus doesn't have a banner outside. It would take an intelligence and I would say awareness roll.
I'll try. Why not?
To try and remember.
I don't think I saw it after they took it over, so I wouldn't roll.
No, but he's been told information by Mickey Blue Eyes, so
okay.
Yeah.
He might remember something.
I might know something.
Yeah.
I don't remember shit. I got 1 success on my hunger die, and that was it.
Yeah, no. This roll is only for Erickson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 1 on the hunger, 3, 2, a 10, and a 7. So 2 successes.
Okay. The only serpentine reference that you have in your memory from what Mickey's passed on to you is they saw a kind of Celtic knotwork of snakes, a ring of some sort. Certain doors had them, certain doors didn't have them, and the people that he sent inside didn't get a bead as to what it represented.
Okay.
But that's the only thing that you remember.
Okay. No worries. So I just want to see the general feel. Like now that we're on Gresham and we're walking through, we're noticing people are getting out of our way, type of deal.
Oh yeah, people that aren't dressed like the Bruce Lee extras are definitely making it. And you notice that they're not getting out of your way or crossing the street of their own volition. They're being told to.
Oh, by the stunt doubles?
Yes.
All right.
They're the only ones that kind of stay on the same side of the street with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will continue advancing around towards the gambling hall like they don't exist. Obviously, not going to bump into any or be an asshole on purpose, but literally, like, I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, you are not stopped by any of them. The doorman at the gambling hall kind of gives you a curt nod and a forced smile, but he opens the door for you.
I nod back to him politely. Cruise on in.
Tip of the hat. I extend my hand to the gentleman.
There we go.
Just
If it's got anything but a $20 bill in it, I don't want to hear it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I was going to try to do, but
Yeah.
this guy doesn't want to shoot my hand, so he won't get
He
no
already
goddamn tip.
he already let us in though.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
yeah, he just simply kind of waves. Almost
He's doing it in
like-
reverse.
almost like saying we don't do that here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bow, nod, just
All right, whatever. I just walked past him then.
Okay. The first and largest hall of the gambling kind of den is just loud. Pachinko machines up and down. Just rows and rows of it. You can see people kind of yelling at the machines, just tossing in money. You got the traditional kind of hell-bent gambler that has like folded bills and in between each of his fingers and is just yelling and just has like a handful of coins. Excuse me. You can see that there's a balcony that overlooks the pachinko kind of hall, and you can see archways. There's about a total of 6 of them that look like they lead to other rooms upstairs. There's one large archway at the end of the pachinko hall that leads to a beautiful fountain that looks to have these 3 kind of interwoven dragons that come up with one low, one mid, and one high, and they're spewing water down into the fountain from their mouths. The place is lively. Even for this hour, there's a good 36 people just kind of milling about the pachinko hall.
And is it just pachinko, or do they have any other tables, anything else set up there?
Probably upstairs, but not down here.
we can't see past the archways and shit like that further on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, dropping a couple of coins in one of the pachinko machines just to give me an excuse to stop and look around. Anybody starting to match the description of who kicked the shit out of our boys? More specifically than just various stunt doubles or
When I see him put the coins, I go, "Do you know what you're doing?"
not a fucking clue.
Make a wits and awareness roll.
I grab some money out of my thing and I'm just doing what the other people are doing.
Well, I mean, it's pachinko. It's like throwing coins, but you're trying to get the ball.
Yeah. Oh no, I
Yeah.
know, but Melvin has never seen this before.
Oh no, you put a quarter in, and you see that the little kind of knob unhinges, and when you pull it down, you see that there's a metallic ball that's released at the top, and all the metallic little branches down the way. Just you hear that tink, 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 tink as it's making its way down.
Yeah.
This is like that game on The Price is Right,
Yeah, basically.
which exists at this time.
It
Because I
does.
just looked it up.
Erickson provides a golf clap. Just be like this.
All right, so Will. So for the wits awareness,
Yeah.
6 on my hunger die, 8, 6, 6, 10, 3.
Okay.
When we get into a fight, you better roll that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, use
Like,
the same dice, please.
all the bullshit rolls. I'm like,
Yeah. Standing to one side, as you're coming in from the entrance, over the balcony, you can see that there is a gentleman that kind of matches the description, and he's flanked by 2 very beautiful ladies that look very similar. They're not twins, but they're definitely familial. Were you, Eric, even or odds in your favor for the ball that you released?
oh. I thought
Yeah, you tell me. Yeah, you tell me, and I'll tell you whether you win or not.
Okay. 4.
So evens.
Yep.
I got a 6, so you do win something. Melvin, even or odds in your favor?
Oh Jesus! Odds. I'm not going to win anything.
5. You both win. So
I leave. No.
Andreas sees his ball kind of just bounce left and right for a little bit before coming down, and then takes a wicked curve and lands in a symbol that you don't recognize. It looks like a box with two other boxes inside of it, and then you hear the noise of the cash of the little kind of coin dish, and you see 4 very unique, very not American coins drop down, and they each are circular with a little square in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Melvin,
Bitcoin? No, I'm just kidding.
Bitcoins? Melvin, you see yours kind of shooting straight down. It looks like it's going to land in the only number that you recognize from the symbols, which is a 0. And then it just bounces erratically at the last moment, and you see it land in a symbol that looks like a cross. And then you get the sound of what's it called? The little coin dish.
The coin tray.
Yeah, the coin tray. There it is. Sorry, I dropped the dice. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, it's like it's a little cross. Holy water squirts out into your face. Fuck! Nice!
Burn. Aggravated damage.
Yeah, surprise,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Remember when you wanted bullets? You still want bullets?
Yeah.
So you hear the coin dish go off. It opens, and you can see the same thing, the same kind of strange coins with the square hole in the center. But you get 10 of them.
Ooh. Ooh.
I opened my own hotel. No.
Yeah, start
I'm
saying
rich,
that out loud.
boys.
See how fast you get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the nickel.
Yeah, the nickel. Yeah,
I'm like-
Erickson sees this and is like, hey, where's the blackjack tables at? You know.
I'm collecting the coins. I'm like, I don't know if this is real money.
You've never been in a casino before? I mean, maybe it's just their version of poker chips or something.
Oh, good point.
Clearly, the pachinko machine took like American money and then and spit this out as like spit this out as prize stuff, so we can exchange the stuff later. It's
We thing is, we used to shut those illegal casinos down.
What's this wee
but-
shit? You're a canite.
Yeah, well, when I was a cop.
Yeah, well, you're not a cop anymore, so relax. Look, you're the big winner tonight.
Uh,
Thus far.
Look, if you don't want them, hand them to me. I'll take them to the blackjack table now. That's
Petition to his very soul.
I give him 1 coin.
Don't spend it all in one place.
on one place.
No, and you know what I do? I put it in my hand like what he did. To the bouncer. I palm it. I'm like, is this how you do it?
So I go to reach in. I go to reach in to grab it. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Fine, I take it back. I put it away. You don't get any coin now.
No coins.
No coins for you.
I'm sure we're just terrifying the Quasian right now.
But you are in the middle of the pachinko hall. You can still hear the sounds of the machines going. But you notice that once you are talking about your winnings, the sound is starting to die out.
What do you mean?
Mhm.
Like I'm hearing the machines less, or
Yeah, the machines are going off less. It sounds like people are leaving.
Are leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
And are they leaving in the direction further into the casino or
I'm
leaving
sure they're
out?
getting they're getting kicked the fuck out so that we can get our brains kicked the fuck out.
I think we're not going to be the winners anymore if we.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine that Andreas has told us, or at least
all of you realize that because it goes from this thunderous reverberation of just metal clanking against metal to just slowly stopping and slowing down, and then now at this point there's maybe one machine that has been left going from an overzealous patron, but you do see that the room itself is kind of gone quiet. You don't smell the people in the room anymore. You definitely don't hear the machines except for the one. And all of you now see that there is about a dozen of these lithe, kind of thin framed bouncers, for lack of a better word, that are just standing around the balcony looking down at you.
Okay. You said there was that really cool fountain nearby that had like the dragons coming out of it.
Yeah, it's all the way at the end of the pachinko hall.
I'm heading in that direction.
Okay.
I guess I'll start following you, but I'm gonna go a little back, but I'm gonna start looking around. Like, I'm more cognizant of around me.
There's no reason to even be cagey about it. I know it's like I know we've been made. That's sort of what we walked in here to do.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and I'm
guys.
flipping. I'm playing with the coins in my hand. I've got like 5 of them, and I'm just like, doing like the poker table thing of the like shuffling them, and I'm holding on to them.
Okay.
The 5'4" dude that we recognized, he's obviously still there.
Yep.
Is he still on the?
He's one of the
floor
jackasses watching us. Does he have?
But is he in the balcony or is he on the floor?
No, he's still upstairs.
All right.
He's still upstairs.
Does he have the 2 hotties with him?
Nope.
Damn.
Hey girls, I got 10 coins. What's up? No.
9.
No, I didn't give it back. You gave me the finger and I took it.
I'm just saying. I just wanted to start a fight with that guy with just like looking at both those girls and just being like, name your stakes. But
stakes.
That's a dangerous word.
A triple entendre, man. It's a vampire.
I love it.
Is there any blind spots that I can notice as we're walking down that wouldn't be able to be seen?
For you?
Yeah.
Bro,
for you, there are tons of blind spots.
This guy gets obfuscate once, and now he's like...
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Silence of death real quick.
Yeah, there's a ton of places that people could pop out and just harangue you. But otherwise, everyone on the balcony has a clear line of sight from any point really in the balcony down into the pachinko hall.
But remember, silence of death isn't the turning invisible one. That's the one that you make no sound.
So I make no sound.
I always have that active. I always have that shit active. It's free.
I keep wishing you'd shut the fuck up. So Will, as we're going there, I start taking real good looks, not at the people, none of the security or anything like that, but all of the traditional Chinese decorations, what monsters are being represented, that sort of thing. I'm going to need this information in a few minutes.
The only monster that's being represented is the Chinese long, the dragon.
I figured with the serpents outside and that sort of thing. So good.
Yeah. There is the one repeating quality is that there's always 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every wall has a story being depicted on it. Some crucial scene of a fable or some such. But every panel always has the 3 dragons represented.
Good to know.
And just full disclosure, I just want to make sure I don't see any signs of life coming from any of those guys on the top balcony, correct?
I mean, from this distance, you can't really tell.
You wouldn't be able to tell? Okay.
No. But as you go back further into the gambling hall, you get closer to the fountain. You can see that they've already started to come down the stairs. There's about 3 on each side that are at the base of the stairs that have come down. They're forming a little triangle with 2 in the rear, 1 in the front, kind of standing as tall as they can, which the tallest one of them is like 5'6".
Oh, here we go.
But they're just standing there at the base of the stairs, watching you as you come up to the fountain.
All right, rehashing the story in my mind. What did our guys do before they got the shit kicked out of them?
August approached the manager and complained about how he was being treated. And whatever way August did that upset the manager to the point where he slapped one of them, punched the other, and then did his Wu-Tang Clan, Kill Bill, 5-finger death punch.
Okay. Are there any doors that lead past the fountain that go to other rooms besides going up into the balcony?
Not down here, no.
I cautiously walk over to one of them with my hands behind my back. Yeah, my hands behind my back.
Okay.
Just with a smile on my face. Good evening, gentlemen. I saw. I think that was Pachinko in the back, in the front there. I'm actually not too bad on blackjack. I was just wanting to know if you guys have any tables here.
The one in front looks back over his right shoulder, and you can hear an exchange of what must be Chinese. And then he turns back to you. No blackjack here. Sorry.
Oh, was that Mandarin or Cantonese that you guys were just speaking there?
Mandarin.
Just like to know. So besides Pachinko, what else do you guys got here? I actually got quite a bit of cash and I start patting my side that I just want to burn.
When he starts speaking out loud,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to create distraction, guys.
I'm gonna activate prowess from opponents. Just in case.
All right, well,
I got a 9.
Check. Okay.
Got a 9 on the die. I just rolled it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna activate that just
Sure.
in case.
Will?
Yeah.
So the beautiful fountain with all the dragon decorations and all that shit with, I'm assuming, again, 3 dragons on it.
3 dragons.
Okay, theoretically, what would be more difficult for me? To make it seem like they came alive and started moving on their own accord, or to make it look like they're coming up out of, or make it look like 3 dragons are coming up out of the fountains?
Both of those are incredibly hard because the fountain is static. It's not that you're creating something, you're changing a static item.
Okay. How about those the hallways you said were above the or the archways are like for the second floor? Are they still visible from here?
No. Now that you're by the fountain, you can see that this is its own separate area. There is an opening above where whatever the 2 main rooms can look down into the fountain. But otherwise, this is where the stairs are that go upstairs to the balcony.
Okay, then I'm probably going to go with making the dragons come out of the fountain, because why not?
Okay.
It's my own version of distraction.
Is it just visual, or are you adding anything to it?
Full senses. Like, I'm doing this as hard as possible.
Okay.
So, well, I guess we can't talk here because I'm trying to figure out what the end game here is.
Well, the end game is either we all die or they die. That's essentially what Erickson is thinking at this moment.
I'm just
like,
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Well, no, the end game for me is they fucked with a couple of my boys earlier this evening, and so I'm going to ruin the business for the rest of the night and possibly get myself killed in the process.
To be honest, I believe the idea of Erickson going into this is we are shit stirring so that we can cause, shit. If we can cause the shit to stir here, that would allow us then to free up and try to find out how much is going on in here. That's at least what.
In the immortal words of Little John, Jeff, I'm stirring up a bloody hornet's nest now.
Because I'm debating whether or not when you do that to activate Daunt, so they all get uncomfortable.
Do it.
You should have already done that. You should just do that on command immediately. Fuck the free action of Silence of Death. Just daunt every single person you walk through.
Well, because it's an aura, so
yeah,
it's but I don't know what you guys are doing yet, so I'm gonna sit back because it's a free action. So I could.
When you see the of dragons, I think you'll figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Erickson already knows that you haven't been around long enough to know that Erickson causes enough distraction just so that Andreas can then cause something to go. Because that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for fire or monkeys to fly through the fucking things. I'm waiting for something crazy to happen, so I know it's go time at that point.
Yeah.
for those the coins for my winnings earlier.
Mhm.
Roll up little sleight of hand, 3 of them showing to the guards there, and flip the 3 into the into the fountain.
Okay.
And now let's summon my fake dragons.
All right. So you're going for all 5 senses. So that's going to be a difficult roll for you.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go,
Fata
hunger.
Morgana.
Let's go.
So you've got to roll manipulation and obfuscate. Excuse me. As you throw the coins up, you can see them spinning through the air. You can hear Erickson kind of talking. Melvin's muscles start to expand as the blood rushes through them and prowess is activated, and outside you hear a shotgun blast. And the front doors go flying open, and you see the bouncer that was there come flying over with this gaping hole in his chest and just smoke coming out of it.
Activate Daunt.
Well, now when I hear that, I will now activate prowess because now something's going on. Something is afoot.
Sure. And
Well,
what did Andreas get?
Okay, so what is it? You said the obfuscate.
Yep.
All right, so here we go.
This is gonna be dumb.
Either that or I'm gonna fall flat on my fucking face. It's
Yeah.
And I'm not. No, you know what? I'm not gonna draw yet.
okay.
Yo, use willpower.
No. In this case, okay. So failure on the hunger die. I only got a 3.
Okay.
And then 7, 7, 7, 10, and 2 4s.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the land of dragons.
Yeah. So
Funny enough, we may not need it because somebody just got shot in the chest.
there is a shake. Did you rouse for your use of the power?
No, I forgot.
Oh,
okay. But you
8.
feel the shake. 8. Yeah. So you do it without calling on the beast. You feel the shake of the doors, kind of the reverberation of the shotgun blast, the man's kind of thudding, and as you will these golden dragons to come up out of their based construction, the shotgun blast, feeling Melvin's strength rushing through him, and now feeling Erickson's strength rushing through him, there isn't enough focus for you to pull everything that you want, and almost like fizzled fireworks, everyone sees these 3 dragons start to come up out of their place, and then almost like the name implies, like Fata Morgana, they just start to become invisible, see-through, ethereal, and then just collapse downward around you as veiled images. And for a moment, the 3 on either side kind of take a step back, and then they turn their attention towards where the gunshot is, as you hear that very distinct sound of a shotgun cocking.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Which ones are closest? Which ones are closest to me? Which ones are closest to Erickson?
Okay, so excuse me, Erickson, I would assume went to the right. So
Correct.
the closest to Andreas would be the 3 to the left. Melvin, since you have a clear line of sight to the doorway, you can see that there's a gentleman that has just cocked his shotgun, and that there is a young girl that has come with him who is wielding a crossbow.
How the church came.
Oh,
So Will, when I see that,
First light. Here.
so are there machines next to me?
No,
I'm out in the open.
The dragon area is out in the open.
Shit. I was gonna go unseen passage.
It is literally this open foyer that has the stairways to either side that lead up to the balconies.
Shit.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool.
Definitely don't have the long guns, but I have a couple of pistols. That's about it.
So how far are they from me?
So, before anything,
Yeah.
let's handle this in order of closest to furthest. So we'll go with Erickson, who's closest to his 3.
Okay.
And then we'll go to Andreas, who's slightly closer to his 3. And then we'll go to Melvin, which is the furthest from everything. So what does Erickson do?
Okay,
Given
because
everything that's happened.
I see them 2 there. Right?
No, you can't. From your vantage point, you can't. Once you cross a certain threshold, all that there is a stairway going up, and the three in front of you.
But I hear the shotgun coming from the front.
You've heard the shotgun.
Okay, cool. The 3 in front of me are not even focused on me anymore. They're focused on the fact of the sound, right?
2 of them are. The one in front is still looking at you.
Still looking at me, cool. So because since I have prowess, I want to see if I can just go ahead and use the one in front of me and bull rush him into the other 2, so I can literally just bulldoze past them up into the balcony.
Okay. Make a strength and brawl roll.
Yeah. Does my prowess help at all with that or no?
It does. It adds your potence as dice.
So you said strength and brawl?
5.
And then
2 more. So it'll be 7.
7. Cool. Do. 2, 3, 4, 7. Oh shit. I got a 10 on the hunger.
Okay.
And then 3 more 10s.
Okay. So that's 2 pairs of crits.
Yeah, and everything else is a failure.
Okay.
That's a dirty critical, isn't it?
That is a bestial critical.
Sweet! Fun times, guys.
Melvin sees the senator's traditional kind of head crack to one side, and then the body goes low, and it lunges forward, almost inhumanly fast, but it's all power. And the initial bodyguard that's kind of standing there in front of him, you can hear all of the ribs crack as his shoulder connects with his sternum and pushes in. The other 2 go flying back, and the momentum is such that Erickson doesn't go up the stairs as much as he goes through the stairs.
Nice.
Subtle.
Does this lead at least into a room or something?
It
something
does.
that
It does.
It's where they keep the stakes.
All of them.
The high stakes.
The high stakes.
They position them on shelves, so I go right into it and torpor myself.
Yeah.
You go running through what would be a liquor closet, and so there's just a sound of glass shattering and the awful combination of plum wine, sake, and Japanese or Chinese rather rye whiskey that has all blended together on top of you.
My suit is ruined.
But you also found flammable liquids for me.
Right, but I'm also full of flammable liquids, so this is not a good idea whatsoever, guys.
I will take this into account. I'm not setting the place on fire.
No, I'm probably gonna run around naked at this point. I'm just gonna take this shit off me.
So, Andreas, hearing this happen, how do you want to continue the escalation?
3 guys are out.
Yeah, three guys are out. I have the 3. I have the 3 right in front of me. Right.
Yep.
Let me grab the first guy and throw him into the next 2.
Okay. Strength and brawl.
We're gonna do this old school Wild West. The specialty in grappling, does that help at all? Extra
Sure.
die or anything
Yeah,
like that?
that'll give you an extra die.
Oh, nice. There we go. Here we go. And to think, I got that for the hunting feature.
Mm-hmm.
Silly me. I was like, well, maybe if we stop the people breaking into the place, they'll be nice to us. But no.
We are the people breaking into the place.
You are the people breaking into the place.
Yeah, but I didn't shotgun blast the fucking bouncer. So, you helped us. Thank you. And then,
Well, here's the thing: if we kill everybody here, we can blame it on the person who used the shotgun.
Listen, after Will described what happened last session, I keep picturing Jet Li in Lethal Weapon 4 against Mel Gibson and Murtaugh. That's
just one death move.
That's it. That's it exactly.
5-finger death punch.
Yeah. So Will, 6 on the hunger die, and then 6, 8, 2, 3, 5. So
Okay.
3 successes.
3 successes. You grab the one guy in front as you shoot forward into him, seeing that they saw what happened to their other 3 associates. They're kind of more prepared for it. One of them just kind of sidesteps and immediately takes up his karate stance, his very kind of Donnie Yen,
Low and down.
low and down. The other guy isn't fast enough, so he does take the other guy into his chest, and they both kind of topple back. The one that Donnie Yen's himself is going to try to strike at you with his foot.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know if I'm didn't kick on celerity or anything, so I don't think I can dodge it. But
no. So I just gotta not roll ones, that's for sure.
no, please roll ones. Roll all the ones.
all of them.
Yeah.
You see the kick go flying wide. Clearly, he's a little new to action, and there's a lot more of him trying to remember his stances and things like that as he kind of backs up and takes a different stance with you.
Okay.
Melvin.
Okay, so because you said I'm farthest from the action, but who am I the closest to?
You are dead set in the center between the stairways. So you are closest to either stairway and furthest from the 2 at the entrance.
Okay. So I'm not going to throw one of the machines at the entrance then. Because that was what I was thinking. So I see Andreas get hit by that kick by this guy, right? Or
No, he did not get hit.
Okay.
He whiffed it.
Yeah.
But I see that Ericsson's got killed 3 people. And
Pretty much.
Yeah, and then I see him that he was able to deal with 1, but there's still... Okay, so I'm going to go towards Andreas, and as I'm running towards him, I'm going to flick one of the coins at the guy using my potence.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your brawl, and
Right through his eye socket, bro.
we'll say athletics.
I already did it with a chain once.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say it's a strength and athletics check, and you do get to add your potence as extra dice. So
I get to add my potence? Okay.
that's 3 more dice.
Okay.
When you could be elders like Empire, you didn't even need a gun. You just bring around just a handful of bullets. Just
handful of coins.
You're
like a beast titan, bro.
I might have killed somebody in the building next door too. I got a 3 on my hunger die, but I got a 6, an 8, an 8, a 9, a 7, and a 10.
Okay. So
thank you, potence.
Yeah. The young guy, you see him kind of go from a low stance to a very kind of centered stance. He extends his kind of hands outward, so he has one by his face, one all the way out, almost fully extended. The one by his face is a closed fist. The one out is open, and out of nowhere, you see the closed fist suddenly erupt outward in just pink and red, and through his mouth, you see this other explosion come, a little small explosion on his left, and then a large explosion of teeth and veins and skin and muscle. And you see this coin slot dig itself into the wall behind him. It collapses.
Keep the change.
Keep the change, you filthy
Damn
animal.
it! You took it from me.
You can have that one. It's I don't have the action right now. So.
I'm there. If I was mortal.
We're in the 80s. These one-liners are necessary.
Absolutely.
Correct.
I when I throw it and I do that, I go jackpot.
There's no way I could hear that. There's no way I could hear that from all the crashing. All right.
If we don't have to run out of here, you need to get that coin again and keep that as
yeah. I just yell. I go, that was good. It could be better.
Well, because I was holding all of them so that I could chuck them all into a spread at all those guys that when they came down the stairs. But you guys took care of that, so I'm doing
You
the one
hear, you all hear the shotgun blast a lot closer, and reverberating through the pachinko room, and you can hear what sounds like screaming and the sound of wood cracking and the thump of somebody falling from a high level to a lower level.
Balcony time.
Yeah. But which one of you would like to go first now that all three of you are in melee combat?
I will say that I will allow my esteemed colleagues to go first because as in
You're
true
so covered
Erickson
in liquor.
fashion, because I'm covered in liquor. I already know I'm going upstairs. I'm going up to the balcony when I can. So I'm just letting you guys know that. You guys can go first.
Yep.
If you, I don't know, Andres, if you want to go, or me. I mean, if you, because there's still one guy left, right, in front of us.
Yeah, no, I have one. Well, I've got one guy in front of me. I got two on the ground. They're not like dead or anything like that. I just like they're tangled up on each other, and I want to grab the third guy and throw him onto them and just make the mess worse.
Okay.
The third guy's dead. He fell over.
He's dead.
Oh,
That guy's
all right.
He's on the floor. All three of them are on the floor, technically. Two of them are getting up after being body slammed into each other. So they're on the stairs itself, but they're getting up.
Then I'm pulling my 1911, and the one that's the closest to getting up is getting one in the face.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can do this whole scene without drawing my gun. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, man.
You've got 9 more coins.
I also have 2 living human shields.
It's true.
Ooh, I mean, hey, remember
Okay.
Elysium? Literally grab one.
Yeah, that's why when you said that, I was like, huh. Let's go after the shotgun people.
Touche.
It's all right. What's it? Dex firearms for shooting the guy, or what?
No, it is composure and firearms.
Composure and fire.
Yep.
If I'd have known that, I would have bought more composure when I made this character. All right. Firearms are decent.
Yeah. Not terrible.
Yeah. I come from the pray and spray, apparently.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. 2 successes. 10, 6, and then 2 3s.
Okay. You see, as you pull out your 1911, he actually steps into you, grabs your arm, and then pulls himself to the side to avoid getting shot. And you see that you do end up shooting the stairway itself. And the other guy that was getting up barely does not get hit. Like his side, the wood splinters in this little 9mm crater right next to where his like kidney would have been had he not pushed himself up enough.
All right.
Melvin,
How close am I to them doing this?
you're right there.
Cool. I punched the guy in the face that grabbed his gun.
Grabbed his arm.
Or grabbed his arm.
Strength and brawl.
We're doing back to back. It's like
All right. Strength and brawl.
Fucking ninja scroll this shit. Grab
For
rip
this,
off
you
both.
will not add your potence.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's just for feats of strength.
Oh, okay.
Well, it says unarmed damage for prowess also.
Unarmed damage, yeah.
Oh, when I hit. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So it's just, what'd you say it was, Dex and Brawl?
Yep.
All right.
I believe in you.
Not as many dice, bro. After that last roll.
Yeah.
Okay, I got an 8, an 8, a 7, and a 1 on my hunger die.
Okay.
And then a 3.
Okay. So now roll your 3 dice for potence.
Okay.
Because you do hit.
3, 3, 7.
Okay. So you cock back and you shoot your fist forward as 1930s white Anglo-Saxon Protestant as possible.
Fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
And it connects with the guy's chin, and you hear the crack as his head turns much further than it should, and he collapses backwards.
So these were all human.
The last guy just kind of holds up his hands.
Well, he's also partially terrified with me because of my my daunt.
Yeah, you are closer than he expected you to be.
And I just look at him. I go, no ticket. No.
That one was a stretch.
I know. Yeah.
That was
a stretch.
Erickson.
You can hear that. You can hear me from inside the room. Oof. That's all you hear.
I'm just gonna keep trying. That's gonna be my new thing with Melvin. Oof. Is I'm gonna keep throwing out one-liners to try to work my way to a good one.
All right. So
someday
we'll love it. One day I'll get it.
I'm upset at the fact that I ruined my suit. Right. So whatever. Yep. I'm just at this point. I'm just taking that off, including the shirt, because the shirt is also drenched in alcohol.
Sure.
And the 3 people that I would assume they're dead.
One is dead or dying. The other 2 are unconscious.
Good. So that means they're not moving at the moment. Awesome.
They're not.
So, with that being said, the guy that's dying, I want to go ahead and take him with me up the stairs to the balcony. Like, I'll drag him if he's dying.
Yeah.
I'll literally just drag him.
Yeah. He's just groaning the whole time.
Good. I don't need... He'll be quiet soon. So just take him upstairs. But as I'm going up, because literally what I want to do is get an eagle eye view of what the fuck is going on in the front, because obviously there's shotgun blasts happening.
Yep.
Knowing what I heard, hearing the spatial difference from coming from high up down, they're looking up as well. So I'm gonna keep that into account as well. I want to keep that. I want to. Because this guy's making noise, so it doesn't matter if I use silence of death. So I just want to walk up the stairs to get a vantage point of what if I can see out there.
So as you climb up to the top of the stairs, you can see that the balcony has taken some damage. It looks like part of it has fallen over as somebody went tumbling down. The manager and the 2 girls are nowhere to be found. The other guys are running and hiding into the larger rooms that look to be mahjong tables.
Mm-hmm. They have mahjong, those fuckers. All right.
Yeah. If you want to take a peek downstairs at the action, I will need a wits and awareness roll from you.
I like mahjong. I love it. I don't know. I can't pronounce it, but I like it.
Yeah, right.
I do that shit all the time on my phone. All right. So I got a 9 on the hunger.
Yep.
10, another 9, 6, and 2 3s.
Okay.
So that's
3 successes.
1, 2. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, you kind of push the guy in front of you, and you use the space between him and the stairway to kind of look down, and you can see this young girl can't be much older than 18, maybe less. She has this kind of dark brown, almost walnut colored brown hair, tied back in a ponytail. It looks like she has a Letterman jacket that's a little too big for her, so it definitely is either from her boyfriend or from a father. It looks like she's wearing a bulletproof vest, some kind of shirt underneath, jeans, combat boots. She is currently kind of looking up and around behind one of the machines as you see her kind of propping her crossbow against one of the machines and using the foot to kind of keep it there while she pulls the thing back. It almost looks like she could have been a cheerleader of some sort or some athletic sport like lacrosse or something, because she is definitely flexible and strong.
All right, so we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer here,
and there's a familial resemblance to the older gentleman that's with her. And if you could describe what a weathered Edwin Wood would look like.
Such a dick.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck is
he? That's one of my brothers. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah.
That's his
I was
cousin.
wondering when this. That's my cousin. Sorry, forgive me. That
Yeah.
was. Yeah. He was a. He should be the way my age is now is his age, is what his age is currently.
Okay.
So he would be in his mid 40s. Last time I saw him, he was closer to 30. He does have that chisel jawline, which that's a strong gene that's in the family. He actually likes to have his hair as a buzz cut, so he barely has any hair, kind of like what my hair is right now. And again, it's just salt and pepper all the way through, all around on the sides. He does have kind of a bulbous nose that kind of sticks out to one side. Other than that, he's a stocky person. He would be around my height, so he would probably be closer to 6 feet. Yeah, this is not a good sign at all. What just walked in? It's not a good thing. Not at all. I see that. So
you just see that he's propped up against a different pachinko machine down the same row that his daughter is, and he's just loading the shotgun.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is there any chance that I can toss the guy that I have in between them?
You could try, yeah. Make a strength and athletics roll.
Toss him.
Está bien.
And you have prowess on, so you do get to add that.
So what? I'm sorry. What were the rolls again?
It's going to be strength and athletics. That's going to be 5.
Okay.
Plus
my prowess.
Plus 2 more, so it's going to be 7 dice.
Okay. So 10 on the hunger. And another 10. A 6. 2 5s. And an 8.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You're gonna accidentally kill your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I'm trying to do is put it in between them. They're obviously spaced out.
Yeah.
So I just want to grab their attention.
Yeah.
And I'm literally waiting till the body thuds, so it's fully dead. So I'm waiting for that to happen because I want to say something.
Yeah. There's a moment. It looks like easily almost 50 feet of distance that you're trying to cover here. And you're like pretty sure you're not gonna get there. And then the images of growing up with him, with his older brother Christopher, dealing with the whole situation of them kind of congratulating you, but at the same time kind of wanting a handout once you became as big as you became. And the image of you punting someone in a trash can across an entire city block comes back to you, and you lunge, you fucking curveball this guy down a baseball field of your mind and hit dead center the middle pachinko machine between the two of them. And if the guy wasn't dead before, he's definitely dead now. There's a heavy crunch as his body comes in contact with the machine, and the whole machine just kind of tilts up, and with the weight of it all, just comes crashing down. You see her kind of pull her hand straight to her mouth to muffle the scream. And you can see that he looks at the guy, he looks at her, there's a nod, and then they both turn to look in your direction.
Hey, Edwin, why don't you just back the fuck up a moment? That's exactly what I say out loud.
Okay.
Did he just call somebody by name?
Hope it's the right one. Well, we still got somebody out that we're dealing with right now.
Oh,
yeah,
no, he put his arms up. I'm like,
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And you see that they both look at you. She aims her crossbow up at you, and he rushes over and just puts his hand over it and brings it down. And you can see that he's looking at you with this mixture of surprise, but also like sadness. And once he sees you and he puts her crossbow down, he just kind of nods and points out at the entrance, and he starts to usher her out, trying to explain what's going on.
Wait, now the interesting part is this is the part that I don't get, if he knows about me or not. That's the interesting part, because that's the only thing that I am iffy about upon saying that, because given the fact that you gave out that description you're giving me means that, because I would think that he would be surprised that I'm fucking alive, but the fact that he's not acting surprised tells me a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of surprise there, but there's a lot of sadness too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So the other two, you guys have this little Chinese man, arms up.
I just look at you, and I'm like, well, we've got the other two we got to take care of. I don't like shock.
Yeah, I look at that guy. Run.
I grab him when he tries to go. I'm like, information?
That might work. That might work.
I look at Erickson. I mean, at Andreas when I say that. I grab him and I go, wait. Information?
I look over at the guy. Do you speak English?
He nods. Yeah.
Like I look back at Melvin. Information. I don't want to say just to find out. Nobody can understand anybody.
And since I have Daunt on, I just like pull him up real close so that he can see that it's a mask and see see underneath the mouth that it's like I'm hiding something nasty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, tell us everything about this place.
I'm also keeping like one gun off fucking shotgun boy in the distance just in case.
Oh no! If you come out to see what's going on, you see that the older gentleman and the young girl are walking out.
Okay. All right, so let's interrogate this dude and find out what the fuck is going on.
He just looks at you. He's like, "Hey man, I just started working here like a month ago. I came over when I was 8. This is
As he's telling me that, Will, I'm holding him up so that his feet aren't touching the ground.
Yeah.
And I go, no, please continue. And I walk over and I pull the bloody coin out of the wall. And I'm like, sorry, no, just keep. And I take it off and I brush it on his shirt.
He just dangles there. He's like, hey, listen, I've seen what these people can do. I'm not about to be a hero. The Wu family is not one to be trifled with. So,
the Wu family.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey.
The quick discussion that we had earlier about who kicked the shit out of my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I give the description of this guy. It's like, does this sound like your boss or someone I can find right now?
Oh yeah, that's Shen. That's old man Shen.
Old man Shen.
Mm-hmm. Would he be on premises right now?
Maybe he might have left with all the shooting.
So where's the special rooms? You know, the secret rooms that nobody sees.
Behind the dragons.
show us. And I let him go. So he drops. He drops like the half a foot down to the ground.
He goes over, he starts to feel around until you hear a click, and then you do see a doorway kind of open up. Would Erickson be coming down at this point?
I'm actually going to be walking towards where these guys were. I'm actually going to try to go towards my cousin at this point because that's a whole new revelation to me.
Okay.
The shirt that I had that was drenched in alcohol, I'm going to try to wring that out so that I can put it back on while I'm walking over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
I don't know what these guys are doing.
Yeah, you two see Erickson kind of walking towards the outside front door area.
Thanks for the help. and when as the guy's fiddling, if the door opens, I push him through first.
Okay.
Wait. Before, as I'm leaving, I turn back, right, and I go, "I'll be back." And then I just walk right out.
That's my thing.
Yeah. He goes through and he's just like, "Look, this is the only room I know about. This is where we're told to bring the pachinko chips."
I push it open.
Yeah, and there's
on
one side there's just carts, little wooden carts, rattan carts of trays of those pachinko chips. On the other side, there's maybe a couple of registers worth of money. Like, cool. I think three total registers, which could be anywhere between $100 and $300.
I look at Andreas. I'm like, my kid's got to eat. No, but I don't say
murdered people. We might as well rob the place.
Well, I grab the guy again and I look at him and I just say, what? So you don't know anything about what they're doing here?
No, man. Like I said, I just started last month. I came over with some family about 6 months ago because we heard this was the place to be.
Can I tell if he's lying?
You can make an insight check, sure.
All right.
It's gonna be wits and insight.
Oh, I like that roll. It's 7 dice.
It's a good roll for you.
Yeah. I got a 9 on my hunger die. I got an 8. I got a 7. I got a 10. Then a 2, 4, and a 5.
Okay. He is not lying to you.
Okay.
There's a lot of fear right now pumping through his body. You can almost smell the adrenaline coming out of his pores.
All right, last question, and this is the bonus round. Where's Old Man Shen's office?
And when Andreas says that, I put the coin up and I just start twiddling with it.
He's like, if it's here, I've never seen it. He always comes in through the front, always leaves through the front.
Okay.
Well, unless you want to eat him, let him go.
I let him go.
And he books.
I chirp him as he's running away.
Throw the coin in the back of his head.
Look what you guys have made. Look what you have made me become. The fucking people.
That was our fault. Yeah,
the people of Salem. What's happened in Salem, and now this riding with you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he rushes out outside as this is happening.
Does he run past me?
While you're talking, yeah, he's gonna run past you.
Okay.
But while this is happening, you and Edwin and his daughter are outside in the front. You see that he has given his shotgun over to her. She's kind of eyeballing you. And he just kind of looks at you like he's seen a ghost.
I roll up my sleeves and try to... Edwin, I know this causing a lot of questions to stir in your head, but we'll get to that in a moment. What are you doing here with a shotgun? And I look over at her, and assume that's my niece.
He
Or
nods.
second cousin, or how that works, yeah.
Are
Second cousin.
you real?
Removed.
We heard you died.
Yeah. I heard that too. But as you can see, and I do a little two-step. I'm like still
Is this
kicking.
is this some witness protection thing? Should we even be talking to you?
Look, let's just say that you don't need to worry about what's going on with me, because this whole interaction that was going on was something that the rest of the family doesn't even know about. What I'm concerned about is why my cousin, and I'll talk about myself later, but why my cousin and his, and his younger daughter happen to come in full bore into a house of ill repute in the middle of the night, so to speak, in the middle of the night, nonetheless.
Hold on.
With a shotgun.
Does Chris know about you being alive?
Shake my head, no.
Man, this is. And you see the girl at this point is like, "Who the fuck is this, Daddy?" And he's like, "Watch your mouth. This is my cousin, Erickson."
I extend my hand out.
Family trouble's not so funny now, is it?
She shakes it.
Oh, but I deal with it a different way, sir. Yes, I'm in witness protection. Yes, I could have died. Simple. Bam. Get this done. Boom. We'll go with what you're thinking, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you. Although this is a very auspicious way that you and me both are for our initial encounter. But I do want to say that I'm, of course, family, so I'm here to help you guys, but I'm still confused as to why. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this. Why you shot this gentleman in the chest along with some others out there?
Oh, we've been doing some research, and Father Bauer told us that we might find some vampires here.
I give a puzzled face. I'm sorry, what was that? Vampires?
Yeah, it's a bit much to take in when you first hear about it, but trust us, we've seen the pictures, we
clutch my pearls like, oh my god.
About a year ago we lost my wife Marie to what was supposed to be a serial killer, but Father Bauer told us that it was actually a vampire running rampant in the city.
Oh wow!
And since then we've killed 3 of them.
Wait, so you live here in Portland?
Yeah, I came out here after we heard that you passed on.
Oh wow!
Chris is down in California.
And he is doing similar work as what you two are doing?
No, we haven't told him anything.
Father Bauer, what? I mean, how did you, you were told that there's vampires running loose, and obviously you've encountered some on your own.
We've always been helped by Father Bauer. He took notice of our case when he heard about it, and he was there for us when we were dealing with Marie's passing. He helped us kind of piece together why she was where she was and how she could have been even more difficult to have, identified when the police found her body, given the nature of the serial killer at the time. But we got that son of a bitch, and we made sure that he paid for what he had done to not just my wife, but the others.
I put my hand on his shoulder, and realizing that I'm speaking to mortals, and considering the conversation we're having, I want to make sure that the evidence of life is showing that I am remembering to breathe.
Make a rouse check.
Yeah, remembering to breathe, remembering to blink my eyes at a random interval, remembering to
Get that brush of life into you.
That's a 7 on the die.
Okay. The doors swing open and you see one of the extras from the Bruce Lee movie come running out. Just rushes out into the streets.
But he rushes out into the street. Does he run past us?
Yeah.
He close enough where I can grab him without having to exert myself, so to speak.
You would have to move to intercept.
I look at him and I'm like, I look at him and I say, I think one of them is getting away.
And you see him. He reaches into his shirt and he pulls out a cross. If you could make a willpower check.
I immediately go, fuck!
Huh? What was that? What was that you said that you have stories?
Yeah, I got stories. I got stories. Cool. It's just one die, right?
No, it is your willpower. So whatever it is down to.
I'm just going to mute myself.
Did I ever tell you about the time I scared him with a giant bloody Jesus?
2 dice.
2 fucking dice. Does this also have to do... Well, okay, 6 and a 7. Oh my god.
Yeah. So the religious symbol comes out. You immediately take a step back. And you see him kind of look down at it. Nah, it's not glowing, so he's human.
It's not glowing because he's human. That's good to know. I reach into my pocket and I hold the rosary that I still have, the one with the broken cross.
Mm-hmm.
I keep that, just showing the beads coming off on the side. I go, oh, I didn't realize we could use this to find
against evil.
Oh yeah, no, this is a gift Father Bauer gave us. If I look at somebody's face and I call upon the power of Jesus, I can find out if they're not human.
Wow, that's an incredible gift that he gave you. May I ask, Father Bauer, you met him in your parish? How did you come across this person?
Yeah, he came in maybe about 2 years ago to the St. John Fisher Church. And he's been real nice, he's been helping the youth kind of get acclimated and kind of better themselves. Been in charge of so many initiatives to kind of really help out the community. And then when Marie was found, he could see that I was losing my way, and I wasn't as there for Cassie as I should have been. But he helped us, kind of turn everything around and find purpose in what God's plan is for us.
As he says that, I have the rosary in my hand and I shake it a little bit, just to acknowledge what he's saying. Put it back in my pocket. And he put the cross away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll hug him, like, I'll embrace him a little bit, and I'll tell him, look, I don't think this is a coincidence. I think this was a sign that you and me have been able to see each
Melvin
other.
and Andreas can walk out whenever they want, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They can walk into this. You're muted.
You're muted.
I was actually going to ask you if do we want to like explore and see if we find an office, or like I don't know, because he said that that's the only secret room he knows.
Yeah, if you're not gonna explore, then you can come out at any point after this moment in the conversation. Otherwise, we can handle your exploration once the scene is wrapped.
I mean, Andreas, I don't know. What do you think? Because as far as I knew, we were coming here.
I'm always curious. I need to take a look.
We're going to be searching around.
Okay. So
don't worry, I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're good.
We have
you're
no
good.
idea what happened.
And it's all right because Andreas does because he saw you walking out, following them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So he'll kind of pat you on the back. And he's like, "Hey man, if you got any place that you're staying, or if you want to come and hang out with family," he pulls out a small notepad that you can see that has pages scribbled on back and forth. He finds a clean page. He writes down his phone number and his address, and he rips it out and gives it to you. Like, come by, man, day or night. If we're not out and about or at the church,
And I rip out a piece of that paper that he gave me, and I write the number to the safe house phone number, and I say, if you ever need anything, and I'm saying this given the situation and the care that I have to take, with everything that has happened, and the fact that I have to be very delicate on people knowing where I am. I'm giving you this number because I trust you. You are family. If you're looking for me, you just ask for Erickson, and I'll make sure that I answer. And when I do that, I hand in the paper, and and I look at both of them. I say, I think it's best that we part ways for now, considering what's going on. I'll make sure to get in contact with you soon.
Yeah.
And whatever direction they're going, I walk into the opposite direction to wait until they're far enough away, and then I just go right back into the fucking place. I'm like, and I'm back.
Okay. Inside, the two of you that are inside, if you guys can make wits and investigation rolls for me, as you are searching for whatever goodies you're looking for.
Oh, the baby. Another 7 dice. Let's see what happens.
All right, 1 on my hunger die, and then 2, 5, 9, 8.
Okay, so at least you got some successes.
Yeah.
2 and a 4, a 7 on my hunger die, then a 7, 10, 6, 6.
Okay. Looking around, the two of you kind of split up. You take the two different sides of the upstairs. You search the dragon statue. There are no other secret rooms. Even going into the exchange room, you find another 3 registers that are there full of money. You can find a couple of racks of the pachinko coins. There's no other secret room. There is a manager's office back there that looks just like a simple manager's office. Almost like it doubles for an extra storage unit.
Okay.
And even the extra room behind the other stairway is not hidden as well as the other rooms. There is an outline, there is a door handle, but it is kind of really well painted into the background of the wall itself, the mural. But you guys all kind of come together at the base of the stairs as you see Erickson kind of walking back in.
So nothing of note.
As I'm walking in, I kick the fucking dead body that I flung at them. That apparently they did not realize I flung at them.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
They just saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they just heard the thud, and then they look up and see me. Yeah, fuck it.
Welcome back.
Yeah, what's up with the family business?
What do you mean? What? Yeah, you seem to be familiar with somebody.
Let's just say there's another layer in this whole religious aspect of the stupidity of these people looking for vampires.
St. John Fisher.
Yeah.
The church with the hunters. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my cousin. Yeah.
Ha.
Okay. And my cousin brought along his daughter because that's a smart move. And apparently this is their way of taking out would-be vampires that they heard existed in this area.
So they brought an old man and a teenage girl with a shotgun and a crossbow into the middle of a vampire-infested casino.
Look, the only thing
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it sounds to me like they were sent here to die.
Yeah. No. I completely agree with you. To the point that they believe that their rosary, and I take out the crappy rosary that I have and I'm squeezing the shit out of it, thinks that they can find vampires this way. So I can already see that he's just got fucking lumped in with all these fucking religious zealot bullshit. And I go and I grab the fucking dead body that's there and I fling it against the wall because I'm just like, this is.
Is there anything? I mean, I know I have a limited knowledge and that kind of stuff, but I'm like, as far as I know, that's not a thing.
Yeah, glowing rosaries to detect vampires.
No,
I mean, clearly it didn't work. You're standing right there.
No, it fucking doesn't because I was literally right fucking next to it, and obviously it doesn't work.
Hey. It's not us that did it. Okay? Just relax. Did you see my coin trick?
Oh, relax. You want to see? Relax.
You start to hear sirens in the background.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Get the fuck out. Let's just roll.
Do you think the Prince of the City will like one of these machines and I pick it up?
Yeah. Well, quick glance around the place. Obviously, it's 1984, so I don't know. There's probably barely any security camera shit left, especially for this part of town and a casino. But just glancing around, are there security cameras?
There are none.
Excellent. Exit our hero. Stage left.
Yeah. Stage right, even.
Okay. Nagglepuss.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. As we get in the car,
I take off Daunt when we get out into public because I don't want attention.
Yeah. Well, there's nobody fucking there. If anybody was there, they're gone.
Strolling out of an empty casino hall that got cleared out by like the local triads. Believe me, no one saw it.
The scene ended once I switched over, so your power is done anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't yell at me.
I just want to make sure once we get in the car, and as we're going away, I know that Andreas can't hear this. I'm just spewing this out while it's in my head. So I'm just gonna let you know right now, this fucking guy, this fucking Father Brown that started this bullshit is the one that's behind. I feel that this motherfucker is the only one that's behind all of this shit. However, there is a silver lining to this. I do have, and I get off this fucking piece of paper in my hand. I go, I have this piece of paper that has an address and a phone number to these fucks that meet up together. Put it in my pocket, and I go, we just got to find the right motherfucking time so that we can find this Father Brown, and we can end this bullshit
Hands at 10 and 2, please. We're driving.
And I take out my one hand and I just start waving it.
No, but I'm like, I'm like, and I go. Well, yeah. I mean, I think. Well, now that I know you've got family there, and you know, with me, how I feel about family. My initial idea of using them as bait for the vampires that are here, because I'm not done exploring this place. We found nothing in there. But I may want to reconsider that, considering I think, no offense to your family, but it feels like it's a bunch of idiots following a guy that can talk really well. You were in the Senate, you know how that goes.
Normally, I would just
Not you.
No. Normally, no. I say this. I go. Normally, I would have a snappy comeback to that. However, you're right. My family's just a bunch of fucking religious idiots, and they got themselves now in a hole that they could possibly not get out of. So, I have no problem using them to lure the rest of the people in. As far as for my family, I will make every effort to not kill them. That is how I feel right now. They are an asset at the moment.
That's sweet.
Yeah, very fucking sweet.
Um,
Very fucking sweet. Why don't we just talk? So, by the way, let's just hope that we're not going back to the safe house and everybody's dead. Let's just hope that.
Yeah. I
If
definitely.
if my family shows up, they're going to be like on crutches and like wheelchairs at this point.
I definitely think. I think there's going to be a use for some humans, to be able to maybe not put them in harm's way per se, but they can. It seems that they can get to places we can. If you noticed, the moment we got there, they were on us. So it's not going to be as easy for us to move through that area.
Now that Erickson has let that out and he's calmed down a bit. So everybody that we killed, essentially, we let one got away. You know that, right?
I know. I let him go. Andreas and I decided it was all right.
And they got a good look at all of our faces, correct?
I mean, I have a mask.
I know I'm driving, but I'm fucking closing my eyes at this moment. Like,
I think he was way too scared to think about anything else but not pissing his pants.
I would hope so. But this can work to our advantage. I honestly think that we stirred shit up, which is what I wanted. A little more than what I anticipated, but this does give.
We got a name. You just told me stirring shit up. His name is Shen, Old Man Shen. I don't know if you know that sound rings any bells to you, but it's the Wu family. That's the people. We got some information out of all this.
Does that doesn't ring any bells to me, dude? Does it?
No.
Cool. Okay, so now we know the guy that beat up Augustine. Excuse me, August is.
He did it this time. He did it.
I've been doing it this whole time.
Yep.
That's never gonna get old for me. So, but and he obviously is not one of the ones that we dismantled in this place. He was able to get away.
Yeah, no, I don't think
we were looking for him specifically at the end. Like that's why we were leading Homeboy around before we let him go.
Those other guys were way too fragile to be him, considering what he did to these guys.
Yeah, I was expecting like some cool.
I was going to Indiana Jones shit and just pull out my gun and shoot him.
I honestly, the reason why I bull rushed them was because I thought that there was going to be some resistance, but apparently the only resistance was between their skin and the fucking wall when I took them through it. So
Well, I'm kind of glad that what I was gonna do didn't pan out, because I figured maybe we could take care of the hunters that were coming in, and that would give them a little more freedom of giving us an audience. But I followed your lead.
Yeah. But now, instead of taking out these hunters, we're going to corral them all together. That's going to be the idea. And yes, and I start smiling like a horror, like ear to ear smile. Like, yes, we're going to bring them all together in one spot. This might work. This might work. And I'm pressing the pedal down even harder so I can get to the fucking safe room faster.
No, like, you get to the house in record time.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead in the house.
No, they're all in the kitchen, just talking. Leanne's actually drinking coffee.
By the way, while I'm driving, could I notice if anybody was following me?
You could try to make a wits and awareness roll.
Sure.
Minus 2 dice for your ranting.
Yeah. So that's 4 dice.
Yeah, since you were focused on getting the information out and
No, you're right.
Yelling at Melvin about your family.
Okay, well,
very aggressive.
Hey, so aggressive.
6, 6, 6, and a 3. So that's 3 successes.
How appropriate.
Yeah. There is nobody following you.
So I get.
Once you leave Gresham, there is no car that follows you.
Okay, good.
Once we leave Gresham. Aha! Okay, noted. So I walk into the thing. I see Leanne drinking coffee. I'm like, what time is it by now?
It's almost 3.
Like,
I want to park. I'm gonna park the car inside the.
Yep.
I'm gonna park it inside the garage.
Shouldn't you be sleeping?
No, I need to reset my circadian rhythm so I can be as useful as I can while you're awake as well.
$10 word.
You use those big words. I'm not that smart.
Yeah, I need to make it so I sleep during the day too, so I can be awake at night.
Got it. We got some. It wasn't a total bust, and that, but do need maybe a Hail Mary from your folks back at the precinct if you think you could swing it.
He says Hail Mary, and I'm just like, I start grumbling to myself.
I can put in a call, but because I'm not there, it's gonna take longer than normal.
It's all right. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. But I need any information that you can find on the Wu family.
Like WOO?
Try that or WU.
Okay, and she scribbles it down.
Also, if you have the chance, and I interject, and I look over at Melvin. I'm like, real quick, if you can also find out a little more about the St. John Fisher Church with Father Brown, I would like to know his ins and outs.
She writes that down. Anything else on this laundry list? And she looks at Andreas.
Nope.
Good. Right answer.
I'm
slightly offended.
I was tempted to order a fucking like a Big Mac and some fries, but no. I can tell the officer is pissed.
Yeah, I came running because our safe word means that there's trouble. I didn't expect to have come into a situation where my mother is turned into a vampire. I'm running around with 3 other vampires and this nice gentleman from a motorcycle gang. And Shepard's like, club, madam, club.
And you forgot about Betty D.
Oh yes, and the rabid ferret that is older than I am.
she's not rabid all the time. But I mean, they're and with all in all defense, Leanne,
Call her.
Betty.
And you hear from upstairs just a sudden scampering and running down the stairs. You hear the thuds, and you just hear come around, and she just kind of sits there, sees that you're back, and she just starts hopping around making the ferret noise.
I point. I just look. Rabid?
She points at it. Yeah, that's fucking rabid.
Come here, Betty. And I have her come up on my.
Yeah, she climbs up.
And I just start petting her.
Yeah, while we're there, I just want to make sure that I relay the information that I was telling Melvin in the car, and I say it in a more coherent sentences.
Less curse words.
Less curse words. A little less curt.
Yeah,
yeah, Leanne. I the only way I could get her to start trusting me was if I promised that she'd be able to see you.
No way, we're not talking about the ferret anymore.
No, we're not. But I just want to. I need to backtrack a little bit because I needed to find a way to keep her safe in the current situation she's in. She was not listening to reason. She doesn't know me. She didn't know me. She knew you.
Yeah.
You trust me. And I look at her like a quizzical, like, you trust me. I've never done anything to steer you wrong. I knew that you would be able to talk sense to her.
Yeah. All right. So I'll put in a call tomorrow morning. Or this morning. Gotta get used to that.
And try to get some sleep today.
That's the plan.
All right. And so I just so Erickson tells us that plan. So Andreas, that's the Church of the those hunters that they told us about.
Yeah, no, I figured as much. Let's go hunting. We're gonna go after Father Brown. That'll be fun.
No, not just Father Brown. Oh.
I kind of, to be honest, I kind of feel bad for the others because, based on what Erickson told me in the car, it's a snake oil salesman. It's not these people will follow anything.
If we confront him, we'll go the more circuitous route. We'll try and get to him directly. We'll avoid too much mortal bloodshed.
Andreas. But the way that this sounded is a stark difference from what we dealt with in Mickey's old whereabouts over in Salem.
Well, man,
this sounds more like a cobbled up militia group than it does an organized group. For
all we know, this Father Brown is one of us, and he's just trying to just cause trouble and bring out and take out some of the local competition, just so he has whatever territory he's going to have later. He's got them fooled that they got fucking glowing rosaries and shit. So there has to be something weird about him too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I have a feeling that Father Brown's going to bring us into something, but if I could, I think that we can use them to draw out whoever is running the show here in Gresham. Maybe we can have his group, join the theater for a night out on the theater. Who knows?
Well, based on what you told us, if he tells them to bark, they'll start barking like dogs. Mm-hmm. So,
and an enemy whose fire can be directed is an asset.
Yeah. So let's find out more about Father Brown and how easy it is to have him, execute this plan. Hopefully, Unfortunately, this is still something preliminary, so I'm gonna rest on this because I am just fucking mad. just.
I'm angry. Well, I'm gonna get some sleep.
Yeah, I'm the only one who doesn't have to deal with family just yet.
Oh wait, I look at Andres and I'm like, you gotta go, don't you?
It's like past 4:00 at this point. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. As everybody is turning in for the evening, as daylight is coming and your day sleep is going to turn you back into the dead, I think this is a good point to call it for tonight. So as always, thank you boys for being a part of this. I'm glad that we got to talk about family in so many different aspects of it.
I'm glad we didn't have to talk about my family.
Yeah, right.
For once.
And as a segue, if you are friends or family members of somebody that is a strong or happy-go-lucky personality, please check in on them. Please know that it is okay to not be okay. We here at the channel are very big about mental health and taking care of ourselves and each other. So if you ever feel like you need help, if you're watching live, just know that there are phone numbers going up in the Twitch chat. They'll be in the description box if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not in the United States, there is a link going up as well. That will also be available. So you can find the resources nearest you, so you can find the help that you need or the help that you want to try to get. Because mental health is usually kept separate or stigmatized or considered a taboo subject, but it should be part of our general health. It is mind, body, and soul that we are trying to heal or keep afloat, whether or not there is faith. Like we got to a watch from a different angle today from Edwin, or whether there isn't, like we see with Erickson. I like to think that we're all in this together. So please check in on your friends, check in on your family members. As always, you can catch us here every Monday for our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. If not, you can catch us every other Friday for our Dungeons and Dragons, like this Friday, where you'll see a couple of the faces that you saw tonight come back. And for the rest of this month and the rest of next month, Tuesdays will be over at McStabber Studios, where I'll be running our last and final season of our Mage game that started in 1982. It is now 1992, and the world is coming to an end. Hurricane Andrew is bearing down on South Florida, and it is an avatar storm. So we get to see whether or not our Awakened can stop the end of the world from happening. But as always, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you when we see you. Have a good night, guys.